Honorable Senor, you had vote issues.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, welcome back. I will start by addressing the first question using Article 23 of our Constitution. Those of you with a copy can go through it, on protection of personal liberty, and go to sub-article 4B. Upon reasonable suspicion of his or her having committed or being about to commit a criminal offense under the laws of Uganda. I will address myself on this. So I want colleagues, I will also read that one. Colleagues, the government of Uganda is charged with the responsibility to take care of security of people and persons and their property. And so it is under that some of our colleagues are under detention. But the law is clear. They will go through the legal process, and I believe if they are innocent, they will be released.
Honorable Gilbert, the Prime Minister is reading for you the law. Yeah?
You read the law.
Reading for you the law.
You know, these legal people think for us we don't read. Honorable Speaker and colleagues.
Honorable Gilbert Oranya, what's the problem?
Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda reported clearly that the role of the security is to take care of this country, of the government. Honorable Speaker, the members of Parliament who were arrested, they were arrested when they were going to attend the press conference as usual. Honorable Speaker, each and every week, all parties have their presser. NUP, as a political party, invited its members of Parliament and comrades to attend press conference. And right now, the Red Hot Prime Minister is insinuating that those members of Parliament, they were intending to disorganize this country. Right, Honorable Speaker, there were no evidence. If someone is moving to attend a press conference, what evidence do you have that the person wanted to disorganize the government?
Your point of order?
Right, Honorable Speaker, is the Right Honorable Prime Minister in order to insinuate that all those ones who are ever going to attend press conference are going with an intention of disorganizing this government, when you don't know what they are going to talk about? Is he in order?
Thank you. Now, how people interpret situations becoming difficult. To her, they had the intention. To you, they didn't. Now, I think both of you are correct. Because each one of you, you're entitled to your own opinion and interpretation. Because these are issues of opinions. These are issues of opinions. So, right now, Prime Minister conclude.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Right, Honorable Speaker and colleagues, they are both correct. The judge where the matter is will be the final arbiter. I beg to submit.
Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, everybody here is aware that the President has got executive powers to appoint. He has executive powers, I repeat, to appoint any person. Because I've seen him even appoint some members of the opposition. Yes. So I believe this question is not for me. It will go to the appointing authority.
Now, honorable colleagues, no, right on, Prime Minister, don't bother yourself.
Honorable members, I want to I need your protection, that honorable speaker. Honorable members, I want you to also appreciate that people change. Change is a fact of life, and so people can change and be good people. Secondly, if you want to catch somebody, you send there somebody who is knowledgeable.
Now, honorable colleagues, committees which handle these matters, I would really want to leave it to the sector committee in charge of the sector, which will be looking at the impact of the creation of such offices, whether it has helped us to make more progress, or whether it has not added any value, because in the end we budget for it from here. Okay? So I would say let the sector committee interest itself on this matter. Honorable Mwijuche.
Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues. Mine is to just guide on the issue of the colleagues who have been arrested. This rule about not discussing matters which are in court can be a good rule even for the person whom you think you are defending. I have sat here and listened to many versions of what transpired at the place where they were arrested. I have had also different versions of what transpired at that place. So in an attempt to think that you're doing them a favor, you may actually do them a disservice. So when these matters are in court, when you stand here and say this person was doing this and this and this, you have no idea what this person has told the police he was doing. So you may actually do them a disservice. So as is correct, they need to be handled in accordance with the law, but let's also manage ourselves in that same orderly manner for them. So, Right Honorable Speaker, if a colleague has been arrested, there are two things that we need to work to ensure. One, that the person has been detained in a place that is properly gazetted. And number two, that this person is not held longer than the period that the Constitution allows. I cannot stand here and say I know why they were arrested, but the framers of the Constitution, who are members of Parliament at the time, found it necessary to allow police in the Constitution the mandate to arrest someone when they have a suspicion that this person was going to commit an offense. So, whereas the opposition may look at everything with suspicion, always look at it with suspicion, you always need to sit back and think, what if they were right? What if they were wrong? So let us allow the police the opportunity to do that. That's what I was given. That's what I was requested to give. Yes. It is. I'm not. No. No. You see, when we speak like that, even that is not good. If you want to share with me, you will share with each other with respect. And my view just like yours needs to be listened to.
Honorable, yes. Honorable Sechi. Now,
I allow the information.
But you are...
Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you. Learned Attorney General, I hear you on the explanation in the Constitution. And the information I wanted to share with you as our boss, head of the bar, is that the matters under discussion are matters that have been a subject of judicial attention and judicial interpretation. The issue of powers of the police. And the reason why these issues are being raised here is not for purposes of sub judice. It's really for the bigger purpose of the conduct of the police towards association of freedoms. You know, the Mwanga Chivumbi case has highlighted the extent of the powers of the police, and the other, in fact, in the latest judgment, the lead judgment written by Justice Sebodion was very clear on the mandate of the police. Now, what we are experiencing now is that police is drifting away from the guidance of the Constitutional Court in the conduct of their affairs. And I think that's where the problem is. For example, the issue of meetings of political parties are outside the purview in terms of notification. That a party, an organ of the party, can convene a meeting without necessarily notifying the police, as opposed to a public meeting or a rally. And the courts have been very clear on that. On the issue of reasonable suspicion, the courts have also guided. In fact, reasonable suspicion cannot be done whimsically. That was the word the courts used. So the court cannot, the police cannot say, we suspect that so and so will commit a crime. So it is really about judiciousness and reasonableness in the conduct of the police. And I think that is the bigger concern where we find ourselves, and where you need to guide, especially on powers of the police in light of the decisions of the Constitutional Court.
Attorney General, before you respond, you could also...
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, why we rise up in arms against the statement of the Attorney General?
You have been peaceful.
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker, thank you. Most obliged, Right Honourable Speaker. Is when the security forces of this country turn a matter that is purely political and they try to punish it by using courts. This is not the first time, honourable members, I've been here. We've had such similar instances in the past, like walk to work. And I wish the Attorney General today and the Inspector General of Police, Byakagaba, could take a leaf from the retired IGP Ochola. There are instances where even if you suspect, you can keep these members. At a reasonable time, you set them free. Like usually they used to curtail the opposition by holding them until late hours in the night when there was nobody to walk home with. They are taken to their homes. That wasn't the best. We condemned it. But here, where the Attorney General looks in the camera and says he's going to subject members of Parliament under a punitive legal system, where they are arrested in their cars, Right Honourable Speaker and Attorney General. We witnessed a member being arrested in the course of driving his car. His car is towed and is inside. He's taken to CPS, and at 8 p.m. he's arraigned in courts of law at night and remanded. Right Honourable Speaker. It was at night, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Attorney General, this is our country. We are lucky we are on the government side, and these are warning members. But tomorrow you may not always be in government. Would you wish to be treated in the same manner when you are organizing? Why are you causing unnecessary fires? Why are you causing unnecessary hatred and friction in the country? On a simple matter. Right Honourable Attorney General, look at it this way. Today we are in government, and therefore you speak a lot of law and a lot of English. But you know very well that these are the people who are helpless. Then you are citing sub judice, meaning that members of Parliament should not speak. They should allow theirs to go in prison, And I think this is not fair. So once you are meeting your colleagues, be fair to us.
Thank you, Honorable.
Be fair to Parliament.
Honorable Rion, and then they respond.
Thank you for the opportunity you have availed to me. I was over the weekend in Busia, and I was lucky to cross to Kenya. We had a function in the other side to promote the cross-border cooperation. And I was introduced in the title of Honorable in Kiswahili is called Mheshimiwa. But when I was introduced as Mheshimiwa, there are some Gen Z young boys who changed my title from Mheshimiwa to Mwisiwamiwa. Mwisiwamiwa means a thief of Cain. And that was a very big embarrassment because Parliament of Uganda is tainted with corruption. And I want to agree with you and agree with all the speakers that it is high time that we speak about this man that has really attacked our Agatha House. Whereas they are speaking about, Mr. Speaker, they are speaking about the Speaker, about the commissioners, about you. We also have the writings on the wall speaking about the law, 1.7 billion. And truly I want to agree with you that almost everybody is talked about. Even Honorable Rion, it is known one time, they spoke about him. Honorable, my mentor, Seki Kubo, I don't know where he is. They are calling him a land grabber. So therefore, give us enough time so that we talk about this matter and we clean ourselves as leaders, so that we build the confidence of the youngest house in the public of our voters. Because how will Honorable Seki Kubo look for signatures and when he comes to Busia, they say he's a land grabber? How will Honorable Rion come to talk to his people and they say he has a scar with the past? You see, all these are matters that we should speak here publicly for Ugandans to know that Ugandans know and gain confidence in the Agatha House. Because people keep calling, Madam Sipka, you must resign, Deputy, you must resign, the commissioners, you must resign. We should also call in finance their issues there and other agencies of government.
Thank you.
I therefore want to thank you for this opportunity.
Thank
and you. Mr. Speaker, you're a wise man. I really thank you.
I think Parliament has been made the face of corruption, and the picture has been painted. For example, I don't have a job because Parliament you're stealing money, because Parliament's budget is not even 1%, okay, of the national budget. So, are people failing to get roads because of Parliament? Are people failing to get jobs because of Parliament? Are people failing to get schools because of Parliament? Are we failing to get pay rise because of Parliament? I think we must sit, we agree that some people won't stand on a moral high ground, and then Parliament will look like we are the face of corruption in the country. It really can't, and it can't spare any of us. That's why I was very cautious on the issue of colleagues when I saw them going for each other the way they were doing. The president has said he has opened the one corruption. You have a duty under the Constitution. Accountability. We have accountability committees. What are we losing? Let us support the president and we show him we are your ally on this. And then we don't look bad. So that it's not about executive, parliament and all that. No. The president is very clear on corruption. So let's all of us play our role. Attorney General first clarify.